Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're back on GeoGuessr and we're going to be playing this map, New York City. 5 boroughs. So all 5 boroughs included. This one seemed to be the most played out of all the New York City maps. I had played one before, but it didn't seem to exist anymore. So this is the one I found that just seems the best. It fits the bill. I think this is probably an episode of Citified. Citified 2, because we've done one. We did New York last time. We're doing New York again. I'm bringing New York back. We love the Big Apple on this channel. Gotta love New York. This features 6,000 locations, over 6,000 locations, so should be pretty mixed and varied in locations. Are we going to be in the leafy suburbs, or are we going to be in the downtown Manhattan in the financial district? Who knows? So yes, let's do this. New York City, 5 boroughs. Let me know in the comments if you've been to New York before. It's a great place to visit. And yeah, let's just get straight on with this. New York City, 5 boroughs. We'll keep it on move because I think we want to explore. Let's do this. New York City. New York. Okay, well, looks like we're in Brooklyn. So, 182 East, 93rd Street. Brooklyn! But it says Bronx there. Okay, so it might not be Brooklyn. Could be the Bronx. This is a wonderful street, isn't it? This is how I imagine a lot of Brooklyn and the Bronx. Well, just New York in general, to be honest. There's some brick buildings. Rutland Road and 33 Street. So that was the name of the company rather than what it actually is. Okay. So yeah, it's very built up. That's what we like to see. Very New York-esque. Always a deli. Pretty much every corner has a deli. Right, let me just see if I can go on here. So it could be the Bronx. So this is the Bronx up here. But my thought process is probably going to be Brooklyn. So maybe in this sort of area here. So can we find East 94? We should be able to, right? Because they go in order. And then, but then are we going to be barking up the wrong tree here with this? I'm not too sure. Because we're just assuming that we're in Brooklyn. There's 94th Street. That's good. But I don't know. It seems a bit too perfect for that to happen, because what is it? Rutland Road. Is there a road called Rutland anywhere there? I don't really know where 94th Street goes. Yeah, 94th Street disappears, so it probably isn't this, and I don't think I'm doing this correctly, which is fine. But yeah, 94th Street just goes all the way to LaGuardia. Okay, so I don't think this is East 94th Street. Well, it is, obviously, but I don't think this, where we were, is. So I think we need to do a little bit more looking around. Exploring New York City, or a borough of New York, I should say. So yeah, Rutland Deli. I think, again, see what I mean about the delis? That's 2 corners in a row that we've seen delis, so that proves my point. I'm not complaining. A deli is brilliant. Ah, looks like a subway station up here. Nice big structure. Okay, Sutter. That was Sutter or Sutter. Avenue, Rutland Road. So yeah, it could be anywhere really, but I think it's definitely going to be Brooklyn. It's got the Brooklyn vibes. I think these sort of stations, these like elevated stations with this sort of the metal work there, I think that is very Brooklyn. Yeah, I mean, come on. You can't get more Brooklyn than that. Oh look, it's Christmas. Okay. Sutter Avenue, Rutland Road. My thought process is it's going to be Brooklyn. Deepest, darkest Brooklyn. And then they've got street names here. 94th Street. East 94th. Ah, okay. Is it this? The subway there, but that isn't what we want. We want Sutter. We could follow the subway. There's a Sutter there. Sutter Avenue, but that's the L. I don't think it was the L. It was the 3. Oh, that could have been helpful, couldn't it? If I noticed that before. It's more south, isn't it? 3. Get my bearings here again. I've seen the 3 before. Is it this? Is this the 3? That could well be. Sutter Avenue, Rutland. There it is. Yes, the 3. So that's where we are right now. Obviously, we didn't start there. But let's go back to the start. We could probably pinpoint this on the road signs. That could be the one. So Winthrop Street and 93rd Street. So let me just zoom out a little bit. So 93rd is here. So Winthrop Street's there. Yeah, okay. So this is Winthrop here. Yeah, Winthrop's here, look. And then 93rd Street is there. So that is where we are right now. So we started here. So we're looking southeast. So we're just up from there. So I think we're about here. Possibly. Let me just... Oh, hang on. No, that's not what I meant. We're here, I think. So we're level with this first building. Or, sorry, second building. 172, potentially. Not entirely sure, but we're level with the first building there. So 176, maybe. I think I'm happy to go for that. I think I'm going to do it. Oh, look, 175, that side of us. Yeah, of course it is. Right, let's do it. Come on, 1 yard away. That was a pinpoint and a half. I'm happy with that. There we go. Down in Brooklyn, in Sutter Avenue. Very good. That was an enjoyable one. A little bit of to and throwing, or whether it was the right place or not, but we got there. Thankfully, my pretty loose knowledge, but niche as well, knowledge on the subway network of New York helps there. I knew the 3 came down through here, and it sort of terminates in this sort of area here. So, yeah, good. All right, next round then. Where are we going to end up this time? Okay, again, suburban-y. Not quite the downtown. So we've got Twee? Okay. Never heard of that one before. 231 Street. 231 Street. Just kind of seeing if we can get any information on these signs. Merrick Boulevard. Hopefully that's a long, long street. And we can find that on the map quite easily. Ridgewood Savings Bank. Laurelton. So is Laurelton an area? Ridgewood's probably a company. Okay. Forest Hills, New York. Heard of Forest Hills. I think it's more up in Queens. I mean, it says Queens there, but that's Queens Boulevard. But that van obviously travels around, so it's not necessarily going to pinpoint anything. So there's a lot of signs to see here. I think we probably could have pinpointed this earlier if we just took in some of this into our inventory. 229 Street and still on Merrick. So Merrick is the main street we need to focus on. Where Merrick is, I'm not too sure. I mean, Queens is definitely where I can imagine this being. Quite low residential, low commercial as well. Yeah, so it's not high rise at all. There's no high rises to be seen. So it is a flatter area of New York or New York City. Yeah, the tallest building is this one in the distance, and that's just a, I think it's just a flat or an apartment building. Yeah, this feels very flat. So I think if we're going to, I mean, it could be down this way here, but I think it's probably out this way here. I think in Queens, this is a lot flatter up here. There's no sort of skyscrapers, things like that up here. So can we find Merrick? That was the boulevard, wasn't it? Merrick Boulevard. Ah, there's some boulevards here. Merrick Boulevard goes all the way up here. I think we should be able to pinpoint this. Ah, look, it does kind of turn there. It's probably more likely going to be this bit because this lines up a bit better. Oh, God, it goes all the way down there. You know when I said hopefully it's a long street so we can pinpoint it? I meant so we can see it on the map, not it's going to make it impossible to pinpoint. Okay, we should be able to line this up still. So let's just get a road a crossroad here. Oh yeah, look, Francis Lewis Boulevard. If I looked at that at the start, probably could have found this quite easily. That's a large road. So let's just go along and have a look for Francis Lewis Boulevard. That was quite easy. Where I pinpointed initially, it was there. So there's Francis Lewis. Very good. So we're down from the Francis Lewis. We are very close to the 231. Yeah, so we're just here. We're in here somewhere. We're next to this building. I think I'm going to go about there because if you look at the roads markings here, it kind of comes out. And I think we're on this bit here. unbelievably detailed on the Google Maps there. Yeah, I'm very happy with that guess. I'll be shocked if we're more than a few yards away on this one. There we go. 3 yards, exactly a few yards away. And that was Brooklyn, right? Or was that Queens? No, that's Queens. That's Queens. Queens kind of comes out here. Yeah, because JFK is kind of on the edge, isn't it? Very good. I was quite happy with that one as well. So we're out here very, very close to the edge of New York City. I'm not entirely sure how far it goes out, but I can't imagine it goes too much further out than this, because then you're just on Long Island and you're in these sort of suburbs. Wow, that was a good round as well. So perfect pinpoint. It's what we love to see. Right, next round. Right, okay. Bit more built up this time. This could well be in Manhattan. Yeah, it's very, very built up. That's what we love to see. Tuskegee Airman Bus Depot. New York City Transit. Tuskegee. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to say this is probably Manhattan. There's a huge bridge there. That's got to help us at some point to pinpoint. Yeah, okay. So 99th Street. I think we're quite high up then. So 99th. I think if we're in Manhattan, yeah, we're going to be up here somewhere. So it's 99th. Yeah, look, 97, 99. So potentially we're along here somewhere. But I just want to do a little bit more looking around because I think it deserves it. So which way should we go? Where's the start again? Let's see where we were. I want to kind of go, yeah, let's go west. Let's go this way into the city a bit. Because if we are in Manhattan, then Central Park should be up here then. That could be interesting. Okay, we're up high here. Oh, yeah. Big building there. I mean, there's big buildings all around, isn't there? Yeah, it's got the Manhattan vibes about it. I assume this is a subway line down there. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's got to be this. We've got to be along here. If I zoom in, can I find that Tuskegee place? Oh, yeah, there's the depot. Okay, we've started around here then. I think we're going to get this. Pinpoint perfect again. Look at that. Very New York-esque, isn't it? Ah, lovely. Gotta love it. Those brick buildings, iconic. Iconic. Okay, I don't think we need to do a lot more research, really. We've kind of done what we need to do. So we started on this road here. Where was the Tuskegee thing? There it is. So yeah, we are along here. 99th Street, I believe. Just going to make sure. Yes, we're on 99th Street. Didn't really need to do that. Not going to be able to pinpoint that side, but we should be able to use this. 161. I assume it's that one that's unnumbered, because 163 is just there. So yeah, we're right outside 161. Yeah, I'm going to go for that. 2 yards away. It's probably my best ever pinpointing on, well, any map really. I guess it makes it a lot easier when you've got signs and street names and things, but say what you want, we're still on for a perfect score with a very good pinpointing. Slow time though, because we're exploring. That's the essence of this. Okay, there we go. At least we had a Manhattan round. So we've had 3 different boroughs. We have Brooklyn, Queens, and Manhattan so far. Can we get the Bronx and Staten Island? So for a full house, yeah, I do think we're probably going to end up with another Manhattan or Brooklyn. But anyway, let's go. Okay. First look, and it's very, very suburban. Much less built up, again. So we're probably going to end up using the road signs again that we love using. Yeah, leafy suburbs of New York City. Yes, it's got some taller buildings, which is good to see. Cunningham. I don't think that's the name of the school. I think that's just the name of a company. There's a railway line going over, or a subway, I imagine. That's not going to help too much, but could we find the subway station, maybe? We'll follow this road down here to see if the subway station's down here. I mean, you want tourist stuff. Yeah, you go to Manhattan. I mean, I went to Brooklyn for beer, did craft beer in Brooklyn, and Queens, and it was wonderful. It was a brilliant place for craft beer. if you've never been. This is not a craft beer GeoGuessr. This is New York City GeoGuessr, and I don't think we're going to find a subway station. I'm going to give up with that one, I think. So, Avenue Y? Does that say? Ave Y. Alright. This looks a bit more built up here. Got a Petco. A Marshalls. Okay. It's got, for me, did not mean to click the map. It's got the Brooklyn vibes for me, personally. If we're going to go off anything, it's just got the Brooklyn vibes. Should we go down Avenue Y to see if we can find anything? Coney Island Avenue here. That's going to be helpful. So does this go to Coney Island? I imagine it does. So that puts us, yeah, definitely in Brooklyn. Right down in the south of Brooklyn. So are we going to be down here? Because this is Coney Island here. Coney Island Ave. Is that what it was? Yeah. Coney Island Avenue. There it is. So do we intersect with Avenue Y? Yes, we do. So we are there. And there's the Marshalls and the Petco. Right. Now, if I remember rightly, we followed this railway line or railroad line. Subway line. So I think we started around here. Because there's a station we would have found. We would have found a station if we carried on. I'm going to go back to the start. It's always a bit risky. Yeah, look, Avenue S. So they are lettered. Strange, isn't it? We're a bit further up. So Avenue S. And then this is Bedford Ave. Bedford Ave. There we go. Yeah, we should be able to get this perfect again. I'm going to do it. 4 yards away. Brooklyn. Actually, in a place called Madison in Brooklyn. Not far from Coney Island, of course. And Brighton Beach, Manhattan Beach. Very good. Very picturesque areas around there. So we go into the final round of a perfect score. Can we find our last location? Oh, we should be able to do this. It looks like we're under a subway station. Or, yes, we are. Yes, we are. Okay. So early assumptions. It's probably Brooklyn again, isn't it? Let's be honest. 242 Street Station. It's on the 1. Actually, changed my mind. I think we might be up in Queens. In the Bronx, sorry. In the Bronx. Because the 1 comes up here. Yeah. Yeah, I'm quite convinced of that. Is this... It is a terminus station, isn't it? That's going to help massively. Yeah, the train doesn't carry on. This is the end of the line. 242 Street. I'm 95% sure. Manhattan College Parkway. Yeah, I think we're north of Manhattan. Yeah, I think Manhattan's down this way. Personally, I'm going for right up here somewhere. We've just got to pinpoint it. So we're up in these sort of suburbs up here. Let's have a little look down here, see if we can find anything else. Van Cortlandt Park Alliance, that could help as well. Van Cortlandt. Yeah, Van Cortlandt. There we go. There it is. That's it. That's where we were. Yes, the subway has saved us again, I must say. Not only is it a very efficient way of travelling around New York City, it's also very good at pinpointing on GeoGuessr. Yeah, we were just under the station, so we're going to be potentially there. I'm just going to make sure this pinpoint's correct. We've got the main roads there, and then we're on like a side road. Let's do it. A little bit away in the end, 6 yards away. Not a problem, not a problem. Van Cortlandt Park, 242 Street, right up here in the Bronx. And that completes those 4 boroughs. We didn't get Staten Island, which is a shame. Anyway, let's view the results. 22 minutes. Might have to be a little bit cut down because that is quite a long time. But it was because we enjoyed exploring. Have a look at the breakdown. Yeah, look at that. 2 in Brooklyn, 1 in Queens, 1 in Manhattan, 1 in the Bronx. There we go. But yes, happy with that. And yeah, I think we'll leave it there for today. You may have recognised some of the places from there. You may not have done. You may live in some of the places. Who knows? But they all look very interesting and very good. And that's it for this video today. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. I will catch you on another video. Take care now, and goodbye.